When you think about some of the greatest movies of all time, you might say something like Shawshank Redemption, Terminator 2, Oppenheimer, Four Brothers. Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd is right there. If you want me to be 100% honest with you, I think this movie is pure cinema. I think this might be one of the greatest movies that I've seen in the last 20 years. I'm not biased when it comes to The Weeknd by any stretch of the imagination. And we're all talking spoilers, if you even want to call some of this stuff that. And yeah, I have purchased every single album that this man ever released. I even took money out my bank account to buy a deck of cards from this man's website. So when The Weeknd announced that he was dropping an album and a movie called Hurry Up Tomorrow, I knew I was going to be in there opening weekend because I needed to support my guy. I had no idea what this movie was about, but when they released the trailer a few months ago, the first thought that came to my mind was, this is about to be some bullshit. Hurry Up Tomorrow is still probably my favorite album of the year, but this movie was terrible. This movie was an hour and 40, an hour 50 minutes that I'm never gonna get back. And the thing is, it was some good moments in here. It's some good pieces in there that if you just take little pieces of it, it could be something good. But for this to be a full-length feature film, what a waste of time. We get another moment of him when he hits the stage and he loses his voice. If you remember the whole I can't sing moment, he does that again in this movie. He ends up meeting this girl played by Jenna Ortega. She gives him a new light in his life. He actually gets a sense of calmness. He gets a sense of happiness, and he wants to hold on to it for at most 12 hours. So The Weeknd doing very Weeknd things. He's telling her, you know, don't ever leave me. Oh my God, oh my God. And then in the very next morning, he's like, all right, I'm going back on tour. And so the girl played by Jenna Ortega, she ties him up. And like, bro, this movie is really stupid. But let's talk about some of the good things because there are some good moments about this film. So for some of the good moments of this film, let's start with the first thing. For me, the obvious. Jenna Ortega is a star. I'm gonna talk about The Weeknd, Abel in a second, but the scenes in which they were together, she was acting circles around this man. Like some scenes, it's one scene in particular that's going viral on Twitter. It was kind of hard to watch in some cases. Also for me, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I'm a production nerd. I love cameras and lighting and all that type of stuff. The production in this movie was really good. Like the cinematography I thought was really good, you know, from the lighting and everything, the special effects that they had going on. Like the imagery of this movie was really good. It's just everything else that you watch a movie for wasn't. It's just moments of this movie I thought could have been something really special if you're a fan of The Weeknd at least. But it did not need to be this long. Like for me, I love music videos. I still to this day be on YouTube watching music videos. I know I'm like a dinosaur at this point. The Weeknd, if you watch his music videos, he has some of the best music videos in the industry, especially for his last few albums like After Hours, Dawn FM, this album Hurry Up Tomorrow. When you watch the music videos, especially for After Hours and Dawn FM, the videos connect one to another and they tell a bigger story. And I feel like he kind of tried to do this but in a full feature film, and it didn't work. I could see it right now with this movie. If he just chopped this down to like 20 minutes and just made like a YouTube short film or something like that, I feel like, especially for fans of The Weeknd, this would have been received much better. Because there were some interesting moments, like the moment when Jenna Ortega and The Weeknd get together in a hotel room. Like Jenna Ortega is giving full actor, you know, tears and this, that, and the third. And then you got The Weeknd. But it was one scene in particular that I thought was really cool where it kind of felt like it was going to some sort of horror movie in a way. Like Jenna hit The Weeknd in the back of the head and then he was like knocked out. He got into this elevator. He was trying to go up, but the elevator was only going down. And then he just opened up the doors and it was just an all black room. And so he's walking through this room and then you see like a woman who I believe was Jenna Ortega's character, if my memory is correct. And then she just starts doing like an exorcist type stuff. When they tapped into like that little 2 minutes of horror, that was actually pretty interesting. It's just so much of this movie was bad that the little flashes of good that this movie did have wasn't enough. It's just the actual story. The story wasn't entertaining. And like, I'm not one of those YouTubers. I'm sure it's going to be some other YouTube channel. They're going to break down the Easter eggs and the symbolisms and like, oh, well, this color right here, the reason that this wind blew in this direction. That's not what this channel is for. If I'm sitting in a movie theater and I'm paying to go see a movie, I want to be entertained. I don't want to have to look at symbolisms and look at Easter eggs for like an hour and a half and then try to put it together myself. Like some movies, I'll let them get away with that. But like for this in particular, Hell no. It's just so many moments of this movie that seemed like pointless. It's like we get a 5-minute scene of Jenna Ortega at the beginning of the movie stealing gas at a gas station for some reason. The opening shot of this movie, to me, did not go how they were probably expecting it to go. To me, it looked goofy. And it's so much dead space and like dead air in this movie. Like, it was a scene where like Jenna Ortega and The Weeknd was in like a car together and they were just like staring at each other and the camera was just cutting back and forth. And it's just like, it's so much dead space and dead air in this movie. Like, the story, I do not care about. I'm sure it's some underlying themes that goes back to The Weeknd and the character, and this is the end of The Weeknd and blah, blah, blah. It wasn't entertaining to look at. If this was like a YouTube short movie, I would be like, man, I'm already on YouTube. Let me go look at somebody else's YouTube channel, or they're breaking this down. Bro, I'm sitting in a movie theater. It was me and one other dude in there. All right? I don't think he was enjoying it either. The Weeknd, it's flashes of his acting that I think are great. Okay, I know, don't kill me yet. The Weeknd is great. If you just looked at some of his past music videos, The Weeknd is great with facial expressions. He's good with conveying his emotions, like through his body language, through his face. He's really good at that. Like, you could believe when he's like crying and like he just looks troubled. You believe him. So it's like that half of him, the non-verbal stuff, I think he's great at. When he starts talking, all of that goes out the window. Like, I've heard The Weeknd talk before. Like, I've seen a couple of his interviews, but it still sounds really weird just to hear him talk in like his normal voice. And sometimes he just doesn't, he doesn't come off like how he thinks he is. Like, it was some scenes in this movie that really made me, like, I didn't want to burst out laughing because, like I said, it was only one other dude in there. If I had this theater to myself, I would have been rolling for like the whole entire movie. It was a scene where he was heartbroken. He was calling this girl. He's like, I'm a legend, you nothing. That was hilarious. Like I said earlier, it was a scene going viral on Twitter with him arguing with Jenna Ortega. This man talks like Karl Anthony Towns, bro. Big purr, if you know what I'm talking about. He was like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. Stop, I'm going on tour. I gotta go. I see phone calls. I gotta go. And then you just see, and then the camera just cuts to Jenna Ortega. And she got tears in her eyes. She's giving Oscar nominated performance. And then you got, stop, I gotta go. Bye. This movie just wasn't good. Like I said, this was a YouTube short. Some of the scenes that they would have just cut together, it could have been a nice sort of visual for like a little 15-20 minute film. But for this to be an hour and a half, like, bro, we got like a 20-minute scene of Jenna Ortega tying this man up and then singing Blinding Lights. She's singing Gasoline. I feel like she was singing another song too. And it's like, bro, this scene is just going on and on and on. As of this recording, Hurry Up Tomorrow is projected to make less than $5 million in this opening weekend. On Rotten Tomatoes, has a critic score of 13% and a fan rating of 72%. Honestly, I'm leaning more with the critics on this one. I'm not gonna go as low as a 13%. I'm gonna give this movie a 3, which is a bad on my scale. Jenna Ortega and Barry, they shine. They're professional actors. They did a great job. The cinematography in this movie was really good. The special effects, the visuals, the imagery, I thought all that was really good. The Weeknd, half of The Weeknd's performance was good. The body language, the non-verbal stuff, he was pretty good in that aspect. Every line he said in this movie sounded terrible to me. The story was really stupid in my opinion. Like I said, I don't care that much for an hour and a half movie where I have to think deeply about the themes and Easter eggs and stuff like that. I don't care that much. I love The Weeknd, but to me, this was such a waste of time. I don't think I'm gonna ever watch this again. I don't think I care enough to watch YouTube videos breaking down this movie. I don't care. This is an hour and a half, an hour, 40 minutes, and I'm never gonna get back, but that's my guy, so drop another album. But thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new here. We talk about a bunch of different things on this channel. What are your thoughts on this movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Am I tripping? 72% from the fans on Rotten Tomatoes. To me, absolutely crazy. Do you think this would have been better as just like some sort of short film like we've seen in the past? Let me know in the comment section below. Love you guys. As always, remember to tell somebody that you love them. Until next time, see you in the next life.